to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, February 21st, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Listen, it looks like things are starting to get ugly up there in Canada, but not for the reasons you all think. I'm not talking about the thing that's all over the news and social media now. I'm talking about Iain Valliere. Iain is already back to doing the big weights, in-your-face, heavy-duty style training that we saw a career year in 2021 that ended up with him placing in the top 7 at the Olympia. There were some points in the season last year when he looked absolutely dominant, regardless who else was on stage with him. So if he's only going to keep gaining momentum from here, he's going to give people all sorts of problems when he gets out there for his season debut. If you're an athlete in an individual sport, you shouldn't overlook the importance of picking your spots correctly. Because if you show up on the wrong day, at the wrong time, there's always that small chance, that you run into someone who's a buzzsaw like Lucas Coelho. Lucas released his first official update photos of the season recently, and according to reports, it looks like there's a possibility that he might be targeting the Arnold Classic South America that takes place in Brazil as a potential landing spot for his season debut. If you can remember back to last season, Lucas basically came out of nowhere and dominated in his win at the Mr. Big Evolution out in Europe. And if you aren't careful, he could turn around and do the same thing in Brazil a few months from now. That would obviously set him up perfectly to have a huge second half of the season. Stay tuned. Sometimes fans and the media have a tendency to overthink things. Not everything requires 10 different levels of depth and analysis. Sometimes you just need to trust your eyes. So then let me ask you this. What are your eyes telling you when you watch these videos of Yarishna Ayala? Does she look the part of someone who's ready to compete for the wellness title at the Arnold Classic in a few weeks? Does she look better than she did when she took 4th at the Olympia back in December? Are your eyes telling you this looks like the best version of Yarishna that we've ever seen so far? Because if they are, you can probably eliminate a lot of overthinking because the answers start becoming obvious once you get rid of the noise. I want to close out the show today with a question, which is, do you think Samson Dauda can crack the top 5 at the Arnold Classic a few weeks from now? In this check-in video that Samson sent his coach, Milos Sarshev, you can see how much better he is already this year, despite not really having a true off-season. If this form holds, he looks like he's coming in better in pretty much every category across the board, which is saying something when you consider the fact that he was giving Regan Grimes and Nathan Diasha all they can handle during the post-Olympia run last year. This should be the best version of Samson that we've ever seen, and he's been improving every single year. And that leaves the question, is he a top 5 finisher of the year? Yes or no? Let us know in the comments below. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.